It got up to $42 a share, 40.50 a share pre-split before the split went through. That was a week ago Wednesday now. It's nowhere, man. It's a nothing burger. There's no way. Now we got AMC off. AMC is on its way, I think, to $5 to $10 a share. That's where we're headed on the common stock, because the preferreds are going to trade between $5 and $10 a share. They're eventually going to be both. I think there are going to be shareholders out there going, yeah, I got 1,000 AMC. Now I'm going to have 1,000 of these preferreds. I got 2,000 shares of stock and at $17 a share. I got $34 of stock in my hands. Dream on, Padre. These shares are going to $8.50, and the other shares are going to be $8.50, and you got your $17. And that's on the bright side of life. The reality, I think, is that they're going to be $5 to $6 each. That's where they're headed. It's a disaster about to come upon shareholders. Dilution of epic proportions. That's what I think is going on. We'll find out, kids, because I can tell you this move did nothing to reduce their indebtedness to their bankers. It did nothing to reduce the interest charges they're paying to their bankers, which will go higher. It did nothing to bring in more viewers to see more movies. It's not going to create more blockbusters from Hollywood. I mean, this move is a corporate move. It's an interior thing. I think this is a disaster. I think this has got a big capital D disaster written all over it, my personal opinion. And again, if AMC drops down to $10 a share here, the common shares, and the preferreds come out at $2 to $3 to $4, the whole thing is $13 to $14. I can't see how GameStop is going to 42. I can see GameStop going to 32. I could see GameStop going to 28 because GameStop is not going to get any help from the positive increased momentum of the value of AMC. Anyone out there trying to buy AMC today at 17, you got to be out of your mind. Why do you want to buy this stuff for? Because you're going to get a dividend of a preferred share that has no value? And possibly, maybe they find a way to get bankers to take these shares instead of loans, or they find other investors to sell preferred shares to for cash to pay down their loans. I don't know of a banker that would want to buy this preferred stock. I don't know of a mutual fund that would want to buy it. I don't know about a pension fund. I couldn't imagine any hedge fund out there going, oh yeah, this is great. We'll buy a bunch of these preferreds. Why don't you sell us 100 million of these things? And that means there's 600 million of them out there, because there's 500 million of them now. Now there's 600 million of these preferreds. Yeah, we got 100 million of them. That's great. Yeah, fantastic. Oh, they're convertible into common? Oh, fabulous. Oh, this is great. The whole thing's convertible to common. 600 million plus 500 million. There'll be 1.1 billion shares outstanding. We own 100 million of them. Great. Not great. No, ungreat. Great, not. Again, I'm old school. I'm trying to get the message in plain English. Bad, not good, ungood, bad. Again, the kids today have got words that I don't understand. There's all kinds of ways of investing now that I didn't know existed. This is going to be some show. Let me tell you that. I got to say, it's going to be some show. Uncle Bruce does not take short interest or squeezes into account. No, I don't. No, I do not. I do not take that into account because there will not be a short squeeze. There's not going to get one. You're not going to get one. Short sellers are crafty, deep-pocketed, very experienced. They saw what happened to GameStop. They are not going to get short-funded, these guys. They know what they're doing. They also have another weapon to protect themselves. The same weapon you guys use who follow me here. The viewers that watch me rant away every day on this channel have a secret weapon to make money in a bear market, and it's called writing stock options. You guys write stock options, and that's how you bring in extra money on stocks that waver and are volatile and whatever they're moving. If they move or not, you're making money. They go up, you make money. They go down, you make money. Don't you think that the short sellers can easily cover themselves by buying some calls? I mean, think about it. If you've shorted
If you've shorted a bunch of stock yourself, let's say you shorted 1,000 shares of AMC, okay? You shorted it at $19 yesterday. You shorted it at $12 2 weeks ago. You were an idiot. You shorted at 12 and it went up to 19, okay? Yesterday you were down $7,000 on your 1,000 shares. Now at 1694, okay, you're down like $5,000 on your 1,000 shares. This is just a small example. How can you protect yourself against this move against you? If the shares are going to go higher, what are you going to do? You know what I'd tell you to do if I were your broker? I'd say to you, well, you could buy back your stock and cover the short position. Or why don't you just buy 10 out of the money calls? Why don't you just buy some $20 calls, good for a month? What are they going to run you? A couple of bucks? $2,000. For $2,000, you can buy 10 calls. And if the stock goes to $25 on a nice little run here, your short position is down $13, but your long call is in the money $5. You've stopped the bleeding right here. You've bought insurance. You only need to buy 10 calls. If you're short 10,000 shares, you need to buy 100 calls. How hard is that? Now, some of you are saying, yeah, but Bruce, there are people out there with 1 million shares short. Possibly, we don't know for sure, but it's possible. There could be guys, girls, funds, hedge funds, whatever. They're short 10 million shares of this stuff. It's possible. All they got to do is buy a couple of hundred calls at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. They can buy call options all the way up for different expiry dates. How many calls do you think hedge funds can buy out there on AMC? You want to buy $20 calls on AMC for next Friday, the Friday after that, the Friday after that. You can do that, You know that. You can write calls right here. We talk about it all the time. You can write calls for this week, next week, the week after. Well, these speculators can buy calls for this week. And then guess what else they can do? They have enough money to write cash secured puts. Yeah, they can write cash secured puts. They don't care. They got endless money that you and I don't have. They're never going to get caught short like the folks on GameStop did way back when. Those who were short at $250 a share on GameStop 2 years ago and had to buy back at $250 a share. Yeah, they got caught. Yeah, because they were arrogant idiots who never covered their short position for 5 years. They could have covered their short position 3 years easily, could have done it. They deserved everything they got. And I say, way to go, GameStop shareholders. But remember, there were 54 million available to trade, and there were 74 million shorted. That was a whole different ballgame. Fair enough. If AMC has got 500 million shorted, great. These guys will buy options to cover the 500 million. It's a piece of cake. It's a no-brainer. These guys will not be caught out. They will exercise the options that they bought. This stock goes past 20 to 22. They'll exercise their 20s. They'll exercise their 19s, their 18s, their 17s. They'll exercise they'll get their stock. They'll just deliver the stock to their broker where they're short and they're covered. This is a nothing burger. The stock isn't going anywhere. The company has just diluted their shareholders by 50%, and the shareholders don't get it. They haven't quite figured this out yet, but the stock's down 174. There's a hint. Here's a hint. It's not good. Let's see what happens. Anyway, GameStop down $1.09. Yay, 37.27. Look, I love it when GameStop goes up because you guys get richer. Most of you own stock. Many of you who are here, you own stock in GameStop. Goes up. It's great. Goes down. A lot of you have written call options. You make a bunch of money. That's great. I'm happy for you guys. This is what we want. We want volatility on GameStop. We love it when it goes up and down $5 from 32 to 37. Think about how much money you can make if it does that all the time. 32, 37, 30 to 40. GameStop wants to go to 30 to 40. We love this. This a $10 move on GameStop is a $40 move on our good old GameStop before the split. We love $40 swings on GameStop. There's a bunch of people who make a fortune on $40 swings on GameStop. That's what we want. We want total volatility on GameStop. We love volatility on GameStop. We wouldn't mind, though, if it kind of went like, 30 to 40, 32 to 42, 35 to 45, 38 to 48. That'd be cool because we're dealing with larger dollars and larger price stock and lots of volatility in the meantime, writing options and buying them back and rewriting and rolling over. We love it. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. We're ready. We're here. I think on AMC, though, we have to recalibrate the stock first. There will be speculation on this stock forever, as long as the company is listed on the exchanges. Don't think this company is going to be delisted or anything. AMC will drop in value as the preferreds come along eventually, and they will both trade between $5 and $10 each, probably. And there will be options possibly to be played on the preferreds too, possibly, which means more listing fees for the company, by the way, just so you know. But that gives investors more stuff to play with, right? So anyone writing options on AMC, way to go. The dividend comes, you receive these shares, these preferreds, and if it all works out that the commons go down, you buy your contracts back for nothing, or you let them expire worthless, you start writing calls at lower levels, and now you get to write calls perhaps on the preferreds, if that is going to happen. We'll be here to watch it. We'll be here to comment on it. We'll be here to monitor it. But if you think that GameStop's going to $25 and the preferreds are going to $25 because of a mega short squeeze of some kind, I got news for you. There's no way 1 billion shares are trading at 25 each on this company. That ain't gonna happen. I don't think so. These guys need cash, and they need it soon because they're bleeding it out. So anyway, there's my little rant on that. We'll see how it goes. Lots to watch, lots to follow. Unbelievable